What's up guys, this is TJD FIFA and welcome to a different kind of video. I am with Josh.
Hey guys.
We're going to be talking about all the different stuff that we've thought of, done research on, asked a lot of you guys about, all the stuff we want to see in FIFA 13 Ultimate Team. And we're going to go straight into it and we're going to talk about packs. Now, Josh, what do you reckon about packs? What should they change?
Well, we've got written down about consumable packs, which there was a consumable tournament, wasn't there? Like where you could, once you'd beaten it, you were able to take a pack of like consumables. I think that would be a cool idea for FIFA 13 Ultimate Team. You're always struggling to buy contracts and whatnot, so it'd be cool to pick it up from one place.
Yeah, definitely. Like consumables are just so overpriced. You can't stay on your own feet just from playing games. They've made it so you sort of have to spend your own money, which I don't think it should be like that. Like as well with packs, I hate it when I open a gold pack and you just get silver players. Like you open a gold jumbo, you get no rare players, you get like silver players in your pack. They need to sort packs out so maybe there's a set amount of rares in each pack as well.
Yeah. So they would say like 3 rares and 3 rare players maybe, or something that's not just giving you gold contracts or morale cards or team talk fitness things.
Yeah, there's just way too much junk in packs pretty much. And the prices of packs are pretty ridiculous as well. They're not affordable for people who just play games. Like you pretty much have to trade.
Oh, you do, yeah.
The next thing we could talk about is kit customization, badges, international kits, all that kind of stuff. Like they could make Ultimate Team so much more like personal, like so much more enjoyable, like more fun as well, just by adding. If you ever played FIFA Street, they had a really good like kit customization. You can make your own badge, all that kind of stuff. It just make it so much more sort of interesting, I guess.
Yeah. It definitely, like as you said on FIFA Street, there was so much customization with the badges and everything. And international kits have been talked about for like the last 2 FIFAs, which I'm like would love to see in this game because I used to like play games and just try and if I played with a Mexican team, I would try and find a kit that looked pretty similar to that, like a green kit or something. But it would be cool to play in the jersey that your nationality of your Ultimate Team is.
Yeah, and with the customization, you'd see different kits in every single game. You could make your own, and there'd be these badge guys who make like amazing 3D badges, like on Black Ops and stuff. Be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
Next thing we're going to talk about is formation cards for the whole entire team, maybe. So you've got a full team in 4-4-2. You want to change it up and you want to have it in a 4-1-2-1-2. Maybe there's a squad card that you can just whack on the team. That'd save a lot of money, save a lot of time.
Yeah, definitely would. Like I've never heard of team formation cards, but I do think it would be a great idea for FIFA 13, and that's what we've got to be thinking about for FIFA 13 Ultimate Team. New and improved ideas. Now, team formation cards would, a 4-1-2-1-2 formation card would probably cost quite a bit, probably like 80k onwards, but it would save a lot of time searching for individual contracts.
It might make consumable packs a bit more like interesting to go for as well if they do have consumable packs as well.
Oh yeah.
It would be like the
you could be rewarded, yeah.
Next thing, Josh.
We have search filters, like the name searches, the inform searches, advanced searches and whatnot. Tom, you like to talk about a bit about it?
Yeah, so many people have said on my previous FIFA 13 videos, all different FIFA 13 videos, and when we asked in your stream the other day, everybody wants to see advanced searches where you can just search a player name, where you can maybe search like every 5-star skiller. Name searches is the best one, I think, because when you've got like Demba Ba and Cisse, who both play for Newcastle, both play up front, and they're both from Senegal.
Yeah.
You can't really like get between them. You have to search for both.
Yeah, you get a lot of people coming up, and the informs search. That does need to happen. I'm sick of scrolling through pages upon pages of players that aren't inform, and you'll have to scroll all the way to the like the 13th page or something ridiculous to find the inform that you're looking for. There does need to be an inform search. I think that would be very very cool thing to put in FIFA 13 Ultimate Team.
Another thing with the name search as well, when you get like a Messi, loads of people change Mascherano up to a striker.
Yeah,
It would
that
just
would.
save a bit more, like it would stop a bit more scamming as well.
Yeah, that would cut out a lot of that. Like Marlos scamming and, like you said, Messi with Mascherano, etc.
Moving on from what we were talking about, like you can't really get by just from playing games with the consumable packs. Tournaments, there needs to be more tournaments, and then they need to be more rewarding because you can't really get by playing. I think the main emphasis on the game should be playing games, and you definitely shouldn't get demultiplied for playing like certain types of tournaments as well.
Oh, no doubt. Like you said, you do have to trade if you want to, build up to the that's quote unquote ultimate team. But it just revolves too much around trading when the game should be around playing games, enjoying win streak bonuses, wager matches with random people online. I think it would be a cooler way to stock up on your coins.
What about friend tournaments? Would you like to see that?
Yeah, I think that'd be very cool. Not for coins though, because people would boost it, but it would be a pretty banterous thing to play with your mates.
What about if you got like four, well, maybe six friends all put in 10k, and obviously you sweat it out and try and win, and the winner would get like 50k, second place 10k. That way you can't really boost it because it's only like your friend's money.
Yeah, I guess that would be very cool. But even without the coins, I think it would be a very cool idea. You've always wanted to have a really cool, compare which ultimate team is best, and that would be the best way to decide it, I think, between your mates.
Another thing that I think would be pretty cool is like a lifetime stats for your club, and just general player stats. I mean, in FIFA 11 they had like a little thing on the main hub, like your top scorers. But in FIFA 12, for some reason, when you played actually on the console, it came up with the player stats like on the card that have been there from like day one of the actual card, and not just your club. So I think they should definitely put back in like lifetime stats, and maybe open it up a bit to maybe like leaderboards, so total goals scored, total conceded, all that kind of stuff that's in like the head-to-head.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Like on FIFA 11, it was here, but on FIFA 12, I think they grasped they would like they had their own like search thing for it, but for some reason they haven't upgraded it, so their cards are from the moment it's pulled out of a pack, or and then it starts off with like seven. It starts off with 0 games and 7 contracts, but you can pick up like 0 contract players, and yeah, it just needs to change, I think.
So you're a bit of a trader, so you can introduce the next topic.
This was questioned in my stream yesterday. It was about removing bids. It is quite annoying when you're trading and it suddenly shoots up to 10k when you're not looking, and you do press it by accident, and that can get quite annoying. And possibly removing bids would be good, but it may kill quite a few deals that are seeking around FIFA 13 Ultimate Team. But I think you should maybe be able to do it. Like, you've got 30 minutes to decide maybe once that you want to take it off. You may have put it up at the wrong time, or you might have put it up too cheap, too expensive, and nobody's going to buy it. You should be able to take it down at least once, I think, within the 30-minute to an hour region.
Yeah, definitely. I think they should open it up as well to maybe have like 15 to 30 minutes auction times as well, just to list, especially things like contract cards, formation cards. They don't need to be up for an hour. I find it quite pointless. And also, a lot of people were talking about the market tax. Now, I'm not sure what it would actually do to the market if EA didn't have a tax on when you sell someone. But it's definitely something to talk about. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous when you get players who are upwards of 500k and you sell them. You're losing a lot of coins just from owning the player. So it kind of puts me off wanting to buy those kind of players.
Oh yeah, no, me too. Like, I've bought Ronaldo before at like 600k when he was worth that much, and I really dreaded selling him. Losing 30-40k on one player is not the best thing to do when you don't when you're not too experienced with FIFA 13 or FIFA 12 Ultimate Team.
So at the moment, I think it's 5%, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5% tax.
Maybe dropping it to 1 or 2% would just improve things a bit.
Yeah, I think 2% would, it's over 0.5%, so you would be saving quite a few coins, and you wouldn't be too scared to go for the higher players, which a lot of people are. I think, it holds people back to make that ultimate team. You know, if you have the coins and you go for, I don't know, like a 99 Messi costing, I don't know, like 2 mil, that's a good 100k coins that you're losing when you go to sell him. So it does put you, it does hold you back.
The next thing we want to talk about is two-player Ultimate Team online. I know you can do it if somebody's like at your house on your console, but playing, for example, with somebody you know over the internet or like over online, it would be a cool thing. Maybe invite them into your club, be able to play a game with them, just a regular game, or maybe have a separate part of Ultimate Team where you can only play other people with two players. So obviously, if Josh wanted to play with me, he could join into my club. He wouldn't get anything out of it, but I'd play a game as normal, get the result, and I'd gain the coins for it.
Yeah, that would be really amazing. I think that would be, such a unique idea that they don't have any cooperative on, you can't play with your mates on Ultimate Team, which if you want them to play you, like you and your mate want to play with your Ultimate Team because it's better than theirs, or they want to play and see what it feels like without having to go out and buy the whole team, I think you should be able to, team up and play against, maybe 2v2, would it be, or would it just be 2v1?
Yeah, well, they'd have to think about it, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe a 2v2 tournament, that'd be a quite cool idea.
that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Maybe like a split pot as well, so maybe if you join my club and we win that tournament, you'd actually get some coins as well.
Yeah,
that'd be a cool idea. The next thing is accurate matchmaking. How many times have you tried to play a game and maybe with a 3-star team and you just keep coming up against like a 5-star really high rated team, and you back out, you go back in and you get the same guy again? It's absolutely ridiculous. They need to sort that out.
It does happen. It happens numerous times, Like you can be like especially like late at night. You'll see this the most. You'll be like a 2-star team, cheeky little bronze pace team, and you'll get matched up against 4 or 5-star teams with very high attack and very high defense. So that means you got to back out, and then EA's matchmaking servers are so bad. You'll back out, and you're not going to wait around. You're going to search a game because you want to play a game. But you're not going to play against such a high opposition, so you go in for another one and you get matched up against the same guy. They really do need to fix it. Getting matched up against the same team. That person, or yourself, or that person is backed out for a reason. You don't want to get matched up against them again.
Maybe when you do search for a single match, if it wasn't accurate matchmaking, maybe within 5 attack rating, defense rating, all that kind of stuff, maybe it could like not show the levels and it could just put you straight into a game, kind of like how they did head-to-head seasons this year.
Yeah, definitely. I think that would be really cool.
So the next thing we've got down is DCing. Like, I know a lot of people struggle with the EA servers, and the DNF is kind of harsh on some people. I mean, I just don't think there should be one. There should only be a positive, I think, to gain coins. You shouldn't really get punished for being disconnected.
Surely there's a way to tell that you've been disconnected, or you've actually forfeited the game, because disconnecting can be you just sat by your router waiting until you go 3-0 down and then just pulling out and getting out of the game. But surely EA are an advanced company and they can sort these things out. Instead of just leaving it to rot again.
Well, we all know how good EA are at sorting stuff out. The next thing is informs in general. Do you want to go into that a bit?
Oh, right, yeah. The inform discard prices, I think they're about 10k for an inform, and when you open in gold packs a lot, you do tend to get the 10k informs, and it's not exactly the best, but it is, it's a nice thrill getting an inform in a pack. But it is, you're not really rewarded much for getting an inform in a pack. 10k, unless you get somebody over 100k, it's not amazing, but informs are decent. But for a 7.5k or a 15k pack, to get a 10k player is, it barely matches the pack worth.
What do you reckon it should be? Maybe like 25, 30k?
Yeah, at least 30k, I reckon.
And also, what about upgrades on informs? I mean, you've seen Messi and people like that this year get. I mean, Messi in particular getting the 99 pace, 99 passing. He's a good player, no doubt. He's probably the best in the world, but there's no way he's quicker than other players. Like, I don't know, for example, maybe Aaron Lennon. He's not quicker than him, and maybe he played well one game, but he shouldn't have these ridiculous stats.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like you literally only have to like somebody that plays in real life. Like they just literally have to score one goal, and it would look, like it'd be from outside the box maybe, and that's it. That's them that's them for an inform that week, and I don't know. They just need to look at it a bit better and look at more like not it the informs are normally just people that score goals, in BPL and Liga BBVA and whatnot. But yeah, they do need to look at rewarding people with informs. And if there's an inform, why isn't there a down form or a degraded card or something like that?
Yeah, maybe when Torres got that awful miss, should have taken him down a couple. Another thing as well, it seems like all the informs that come out lately have got 99 shot power. I don't understand that at all.
Nah, it is pretty weird that unless they're scoring absolute 40-yard smashes, then I don't really see why people are getting such fake stats, I guess you could call them. It just seems, yeah, it seems weird.
It makes informs not so great to get as well, because it seems like every inform is overpowered in a way.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. The stats look like they would be overpowered, but for some reason they're incredibly cheap. Like the amount of blue cards that are in this game that are like 30, 40k is. Yeah, that just goes back to what we were saying earlier. Informs do need to be worth more, and I think it would be a better system for FIFA 13 Ultimate Team.
Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is custom formations. Now, a lot of people were saying in Josh's stream when we brought this up that people would abuse it and play like 10 up front, but I sort of thought of an idea where maybe if you had like a 4-4-2 structure and you maybe click the button to edit your formation, you could only move a certain player in a certain position, maybe a centre mid. You could only move him around a certain amount in a grid. So maybe you could drop him back, move him forward. You could move the other one back or forward. You could move the winger back or forward, maybe, just so you could edit it a tiny bit, get a bit more customization to your team, and just so it makes it a bit more interesting. You could really edit your team around maybe a playmaker and a defensive mid. Change the formations up a bit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they definitely do need to. They need to add more customization with the formation. I think it's a really, what you've just said is a really, really cool idea where you get to select, say, I don't know, like a left back. You could get to push him out a bit further to the left, or drag him a bit further into the right and bring him to the centre backs. Or you could do it for the left mid, but it would be more customizable, and I think it would be a really key asset for FIFA 13.
What do you think about players having multiple positions? Like I think somebody brought it up that maybe Ronaldo should have a left wing position where he gets 9 chem, and also a centre forward position where he gets 9 chemistry.
So yeah, I know what you mean, but
like a secondary role.
Yeah, like a secondary role. I guess because Ronaldo does play centre forward and striker sometimes a lot. Rooney plays out on the left sometimes. So I guess that's something to look at, and it would open. You could possibly go for that ultimate team, and not have to worry about chemistry all the time. That they have a secondary position. So if that player doesn't fit in one place, maybe he can fit in the other.
Another thing as well, somebody was saying there should be more positions, maybe left attacking, mid, left forward. I know there was left forward on FIFA 11, but
yeah, FIFA 11.
I'm not sure about that. I think there's already like enough. I don't think they should overcomplicate it too much.
Like, I agree with you, and like not at the same time, but like I would like to see more positions, but more creative roles, like not just central mids or central attackings, like like left central attacking, right central attacking, and yeah, it's just more, like I said, it would be like customizable formation, but customizable positions maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Next thing is chemistry, and whether it should be in the game at all, really, because the whole point of Ultimate Team, I guess, is to build the ultimate team, and chemistry really does limit you to what you can make.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I like I like what they've done with it. It does stop you from getting the most overpowered players, but like it says, why is it called Ultimate Team if you can't get your Ultimate Team? Your Ultimate Team would consist of Rooney, Ronaldo, Messi, Van Persie, etc. And you just can't have them all in the same team because there's not the positions, there's not the formation, there's not the chemistry, and they just don't link well. So in game they wouldn't play like that Ultimate Team.
Do you reckon they should tone it down a bit? I reckon they should have it maybe so you only need like one international link. Because let's be honest, if you can communicate with someone if you're a striker and you can communicate with somebody next to you as another striker, you could link up perfectly well. All you're doing is receiving a pass from midfield, and you could link up with the other striker. So maybe they should tone it down a little bit.
Oh no, exactly. You know, like new new transfers like in the BPL. I mean, they seem to get along straight away. Look how well Cisse's been doing for Newcastle, and he's only really got Demba Ba to talk to that knows how Senegal people speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point actually. In real life, it's just like, and it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
The next thing, this is kind of like a really standard one, really. Being able to assign your players their numbers and assign a captain, I think it should just be in the game anyway, don't you reckon?
Oh yeah, you should be able to pick who captains your team, and I think it would be good if they had like captaincy points, like up to 10 maybe. I was just thinking now, like it would. I think it's on Champ Manager, one of the Champ Manager games. I'm not sure what year, but it would be like you'd get to pick what captaincy, and like each player would have different things. Say like Beckham would have maybe 8 or 9 because he's captain for his team.
Yeah, that's a good point. And maybe that would give like the team morale or something.
Oh yeah,
there'd be benefits
definitely.
from it.
Yeah, because I think there does need to be a bit more about morale. It just seems like it's a wasted stat.
Yeah, completely. And another thing about wasted stats, what about attribute cards? They seem completely pointless.
Oh,
like
they are.
Plus 15 pace or whatever.
15 pace in the last one game. It's literally like you're trying. They're trying to make you waste your cash, especially.
It pretty much is just junk in packs.
It is. Yeah, I think they should remove them. I think I'd rather get a contract than get a. That's actually going to help you, isn't it? Whereas, I just discard the pace cards and whatnot. There's just no point of keeping them. They never sell, so I'd rather have a contract if I'm being honest.
And somebody mentioned this, and I thought it was a really good idea at the time. Maybe you could assign your player a nickname, so you could whack Wayne Rooney up front, and when he scores a goal, it comes up Wayne Rooney number 10. Maybe get the old the Shrek in brackets at the end of his name.
The Shrek. I was kind of expecting that. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. They do have a lot of them have nicknames in real life. But I think they would probably censor out the immature answers or immature names. But I think that would be cool. Adding a nickname because I'd love to have Gembo on my players.
Yeah, just a bit more personalisation, really. Make your club different from someone else's. The next thing we're going to talk about is, well, we don't really want to take it more towards pro clubs, but maybe unlockable things for your players. Maybe 50 goals and you get a headband, a hat, maybe some sunglasses. I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult to put in the game. It's just kind of like it would be simple. There's already stuff like that in pro clubs, and it would just maybe something else to work for. Because at the moment, keeping a team for a long time, you don't get any rewards. So I think that'd be a cool idea.
Oh, no doubt. Like you said, it is in like pro clubs, but it's not hard to convert pro clubs, the pro clubs engine into Ultimate Team. EA are very good company. I think they could be able to do that quite easily, and it is kind of pro clubs like getting a certain amount of goals for a piece of attire or a special celebration or team celebrations, which are pretty cool on FIFA 12. But there does need to be more customizable things for your Ultimate Team, like we were saying earlier, badges, kits, attire. I think it would be really, really cool.
Next thing we've got is spectator mode. So basically, you come online, you want to give your mate a game. He said, "Oh, I'm playing the second half. Come and watch me." You can go and sit in his game, see what's happening. Or maybe if somebody's like, "What is going on? I can't beat this guy." You could go in, watch his game, maybe give him some advice. Just something to do, really, just to
give him some tips.
Pass the time, really.
I think that's an absolute. I don't think they'll consider it, but that's definitely the best thing that I think we've ever suggested. It would be so good, because a lot of mates get frustrated when they're 2-3-0 down, and maybe you could pop in, tell them what they're doing wrong, just a bit of soft criticism, and see if they can, see if you can help them change their game around from 2-0 maybe to 3-2 up.
Okay, the final thing we've got written down, and feel free to leave anything you feel we've missed out in the comments. But the final thing we're going to talk about is something we actually touched on earlier. Maybe overpowered players. Let's say, for example, David Luiz in FIFA 12. Everybody knew he was overpowered after the first few weeks, but EA are lazy and they didn't decide to do anything about it. Maybe they should start patching players, maybe downgrading them, upgrading them bit more often. I mean, they update players in January. I think that's all they do.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like, you know, I'm sure they'll have reviewed like David Luiz's stats. They're definitely, there's something wrong there. He wins every ball in the defense. Like Bonhoy's too fast. Beckford, Wellington, Nilma. There's all these names that come out of the bag, and they're too fast. They're too overpowered. But yet EA do nothing about it. We'll just take COD as an example. When there's a gun overpowered within the first, I don't know, 2 months or so, they patch it. Why don't EA do this?
It's exactly the same principle. I mean, it's someone.
It is, yeah.
It's someone just using something over someone else, just walking over them because something's overpowered. It's just they need to sort it out. I just thought of something as well. Maybe the same way they do the team of the week. I don't know if they would consider doing this, but maybe like a not so team of the week. So if a lot of players have absolute howlers, maybe a goalkeeper lets in like 4 goals, maybe he could be in the downgrade team of the week, and maybe it wouldn't get rid of the old card, but maybe it'd be like a cheaper version, a lower rated version. I don't know. What do you reckon to that?
Yeah, I think that would be. I think that'd be pretty banterous. But like, touching on the same subject, like who would actually buy the lower card?
That is true. So that is pretty much it, all of the stuff we've got to cover, guys. So again, if we've missed anything, feel free to leave it in the comments. And that's about it.
Well, I think like if we've not covered enough, I'm sure me and Tom will get together and we'll do a part 2 because me and Tom were planning this for quite a while, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed listening to our thoughts on what FIFA 13 will imply and what they should imply.
That's about it, guys. So if you enjoyed it, drop a like. I'm TJD FIFA. That is Josh Gembo 94, and we will see you next time.
See ya.